Hey, welcome back to the channel. How the devil are you? Okay, so since Tyson won the drew the Roy Jones fight, won obviously. Okay, they've all come out of the woodwork, haven't they? They've all gone, meh. Look, they've seen the pay-per-view figures and they've gone, we're in the money, we're in the money. Yeah. And so yeah, they all want a piece of the action now. Mike Tyson's looking forward to doing another exhibition bout, and you've got some names being put into the hat who's potential to fight him next. So first of all, we've got Shannon the Cannon, let's go champ, Briggs. Okay, now he's a colourful character, isn't he? Yeah, you know, I do like Shannon the Cannon Briggs. He is a colourful character. He's done some crazy stuff in the past. I really loved it when he went after Wladimir Klitschko, trying to goad him into a fight, to give him a fight. And my favourite one of all was when he just thinking about it now is making me laugh. Wladimir Klitschko was on a paddleboard and he's paddling along, and Shannon Briggs comes along in a speedboat and causes a wave and knocks him off. Have a look at this.
You call me champ. Say champ. Say champ. Yeah. Make a wave, dog. Make a wave. Yeah. Oh. Yeah, champ. What's up, champ? Champ. It's so funny. It was funny. You poured water on my head. Was that funny? I cut my foot. Was that funny? Huh? When I cut my foot, was that funny? Okay. Everywhere you go. Oh, little man.
It's just hilarious. It's hilarious. Anyway, there's a lot more of these. If you have a look on YouTube, there's loads more clips where he goes into a restaurant and into his gym, and they're just brilliant. Okay, just fantastic. But that's the funniest one, I think. Comedy gold. So I think he would be a good matchup. I think it would be a good exhibition bout. He's an ex-world champ. But here's the thing: would he be as much of a draw as, say, Evander Holyfield? I don't know. Would the pay-per-view figures come in as much as if he had Evander Holyfield or Shannon Briggs? And that's it's all about money, really, isn't it? As much as you say it's about pride, the promoters want a bit of cash as well to do the fight. So that's the only drawback. I'd love to see the fight. I would love to see it happen. But whether it will or not, I don't know. The next in the mix is Evander, the real deal, Holyfield. Okay. These two got some history. You know, back in the 90s, they had two fights. Holyfield won the first one, and Tyson was disqualified from the second one. And as most of you probably know, and for those of you who don't, Tyson bit a part of Holyfield's ear off.
What happened here? He got bit, I think. Evander Holyfield, look out! He's pushed right here. Above.
So that wasn't very pretty. Not the best part of Mike's career, really. Bit of a dark spot there. I don't know what he was thinking. Yeah, so Holyfield's been pushing for this on his Instagram. He's put a few little posts up of him doing the pad work. But, you know, it's just small clips of the pad work. It's not really much going on there. So it's a very small clip. He's really pushing for it with his other Instagram posts, saying that the fight needs to happen, etc., etc. But I don't think Father Time has been that kind to Holyfield. His last couple of fights, he did look very slow, and you know, compared to what he was back in his heyday. So I'm not sure if he could beat Tyson now. Personally, I don't think he could. But you never know. If he trained and came back, it might make up for a good fight. I'd like to see the fight, definitely, and it would make good pay-per-view money. I think a lot of people would like to see that matchup. And the good thing is that they've actually made it up over the last few years. Check this out.
I'm sorry, Evander. It's your ear.
So Holyfield's got his ear back. They're both training, getting ready for a fight. So let's see if it happens. And the last name being thrown around is Lennox Lewis. Really? Okay. So Lennox Lewis has been saying he wants to make a comeback. I don't think it's going to be against Tyson though. He's aiming for Riddick Bowe. He said he's got some unfinished business with Riddick Bowe. Now, back in the late 90s, I believe, or could be early 2000s, I can't quite remember, Lennox Lewis was the mandatory challenger on the WBC belt. Now, Riddick Bowe said Lennox Lewis was asking for too much money. So he said, no, I'm not fighting him. I'm not fighting the mandatory challenger. And he threw the belt in the bin, the WBC belt in the bin, which is crazy at the time. Because I was like, what? Okay. So I don't know if it was because he was asking for too much money or was Lennox Lewis a bit too much of a risk. I don't know. Now, Riddick Bowe was a really good fighter. I think he only lost once, and that was to Evander Holyfield. Now, they had 3 fights, and I think Riddick Bowe won 2, and Evander Holyfield won 1. And in this second fight, this is why I love 90s boxing, it's just crazy. In this second fight, this guy had a motorised parachute and parachuted into the ring and landed just ringside, just side of the ring apron. Caused pandemonium. I had to stop a fight for ages, okay? It's fantastic.
And somebody in a parachute has just landed on the edge of the ring.
How mad is that? Now, the guy was called James Miller, the guy who parachuted in, and he went on to do some other stunts. I think he parachuted here in the UK, he parachuted into some soccer matches, and over in the US, he parachuted into some American football games. Unfortunately, he ended up committing suicide by hanging himself, which is really sad and sad to hear. So there you are. Anyway, so what do you guys think? Do you think Tyson will fight Holyfield? Do you think he'll fight Shannon Briggs? Will it be someone else? Do you think Lennox Lewis will even have a go at him, or is he aiming for Riddick Bowe? And Riddick Bowe want to take up the opportunity. I mean, there's money in it, isn't it? You know, people have seen how much money that's being made on this pay-per-view, and are like, "Oof, I want a piece of this." Okay, you guys, let me know in the comment section. Who do you think is going to be Tyson's next fight? And who do you think could beat him? Okay, well, thanks for watching. Don't forget, subscribe. Come on, hit that subscribe button. And don't forget to give this video a nice juicy like. It does give us some traction and make it more popular. Thanks for watching. I'll see you soon.